Assalamu alaikum and good day to everyone. Firstly, let me thank you all for listening to me today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Nahal Zuhai. I'm a Year 6 student from Kuala Lumpur, Islam Satu. I'm truly honored to have the opportunity to share with everyone with the book I have read entitled Sherlock Holmes. There are many versions of Sherlock Holmes from movies, games, and books, which mostly novels. Mine is a short story book that has 40 pages. The book was written by Sir A. Conan Doyle and was published in 1989 by Oxford Bookworm. The short story of Sherlock Holmes is divided into chapters. The first chapter is titled A Speckled Band. The second is A Scandal of Bohemia. And lastly is The Five Orange Pigs. Are the chapters connected? No, they're not. But the similarity between the chapters is the existence of Sherlock Holmes as the main character who acts as an investigator throughout the chapters, and his partner Watson. Contrarily, different crimes took place in different chapters. Which chapter is the best? Honestly, all of them. However, the second chapter attracted my attention the most. This is because it was the only chapter where Sherlock Holmes couldn't solve the case and was tricked by the woman he loved. One night, Sherlock Holmes and Watson received an anonymous letter asking for their help to investigate a case. At around 7:45 p.m., a tall, young man came into Sherlock Holmes' room. There he introduced himself as Wilhelm von Unstein, the Unstein King of Bohemia. The king asked help from Sherlock Holmes to steal the photograph of His Highness and a young, beautiful girl named Irene, who was blackmailing His Highness to reveal secrets and ask for money. Irene was His Highness' scandal and was previously the only woman Sherlock Holmes ever loved. Sherlock Holmes agreed on helping the king, who had tried many times before to try and steal the photographs but failed. The next afternoon, Sherlock Holmes and Watson went to Irene's house. There they were welcomed by Irene's servant. Suddenly they saw Irene's lawyer, Mr. Norton. He came to the house but then later left. They decided to tail him. However, to their surprise, Mr. Norton went to a church where Irene's wedding was being held. Later that night, Sherlock Holmes and Watson had a plan. They went to Irene's house at Bionny Lodge. When they arrived, a few men were starting a fight, and Irene was in the middle of them. Sherlock Holmes ran in and tried to save her. He waved his hand, signaling Watson to throw the smoke stick so that they can escape. In the middle of the hustle, Sherlock Holmes took the opportunity to try and find the photograph. He found it, however, he did not take it. He had planned to come back tomorrow morning with the king. Unfortunately, however, when they came back, the photograph disappeared. Instead, there was a beautiful photograph of Irene alone and a letter next to it. In the letter, he explained how he planned all the fight last night, and he knew that Sherlock Holmes and Watson would come for the photograph. This is why he took the photograph and left England with her husband to try and start a new life. He promised that he wouldn't show the photograph to anybody, and the secret is sealed. The king was surprised but relieved. There was no terrible scandal in the royal families of Europe. Sherlock Holmes kept the photograph of the woman who outsmarted him. It was a good story, wasn't it? The moral value of the story is that you shouldn't trust people so easily because you will not know what will happen in the future. That is why you must be careful in what you will do in your life. And therefore, my fellow audience, I would really recommend you to read this book to experience the adventurous, suspenseful investigations of Sherlock Holmes. Besides that, the language used in this book is very easy and simple to read. Therefore, more people can enjoy the book. That's all from me. Thank you very much for listening. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.